Hey guys, this is AddMeGamers here. Today I'm going to be doing a beginner's sort of tutorial for the Dino Horde game. It's actually not such a bad game, though. It must have got very bad reviews initially because it was crap. I still remember a long time back, but though it's not the most highly detailed game, it's really not bad. I do enjoy the gameplay a lot. I really cranked in a lot of hours. So technically speaking, right before you start, you can choose the classes. Now we have the Assault class, which is my favorite because you get the jetpack. So let me give you an example. What happens is when you're outside and you hit control, you can actually fly about with your jetpack. Of course, if you see above the timer of 52 seconds, you see that there's that bar for the jetpack. So once it is finished, it finishes off, and then after a few seconds the actual bar increases. Now generally the assault should be for machine guns and heavy weapons and so on and so forth. And now the next thing that you have the support class. The support class, hold on, let's switch. Now the support class, what the support class has, it actually has a healing gun. So if you hit control, you can actually heal yourself with right clicking or heal your friends. So now it's of course going to myself and it shows me that I'm 100% health. You can't fly about, but you do get to heal yourself. So what you could do is use the shoot, switch and actually shoot and then hit control and then right click. It's a little bit weird, the default control, so you might want to change that about. So you got a left click, switch the gun with your mouse wheel, or actually, sorry, hit control and then use the right click. The controls aren't really the best setup for this sort of style of game. Finally, we do have the recon class. It's a pretty interesting thing is when you hit control you actually go invisible, and the same principle applies. If I'm standing still or if I'm moving, the bar still goes down, it doesn't matter, and I am invincible. But of course the moment I shoot, I do reappear. So let's try this again. Let's wait till the bar appears. So I'm going to hit control, I'm invisible. The moment I shoot, I reappear, and it automatically kills off my bar. So again, that's in terms of various ways of you trying to actually play the game with these various characters. Now let's get to the gameplay itself. The gameplay itself pretty much generates off this generator. Every time you finish off a wave, new dinosaurs come, and all they want to do is attack the generator. So as long as you can keep the generator active, you're in the game. So once they attack the generator, damage is done. And then you're going to have to go up to the generator. It's going to be nice and red. And then you're going to hit E, and you're going to hold E, and it's going to start popping up the percentage of repairing. I'm not going to hit E now, otherwise I'm going to activate the game. To activate the game, of course, the first time you play is you walk up to the generator and you got to hit E. You got to activate the generator before the actual game starts. And that's it. Then I think within 30 seconds the waves start coming in. Now, every few waves or so often, you're going to get a mission objective. Now, the cool thing is with the mission objectives is, I noticed most people don't understand what the hell to do, is you got to look around the map, you got to keep turning around until you see the mission objective with the distance, and you got to walk towards that mission objective. And usually that mission objective is to take over the place, or to capture a location, or to just mainly it is capture. Actually it is capture the location. Most of the time the mission objectives are capture the location. So once you capture those locations, mission objective is complete, and then usually the mission objectives are somewhere far off behind that hill over there. Once the mission objective is complete, you can head off back here. Now the cool thing is every time you complete a mission objective, you get very cool vehicles. You can get tanks, you can get mechs, you can get these sort of helicopter thingies. You know, you can get a lot of different cool vehicles as well. So the vehicles are usually around those bunkers that you see there, and I do believe we have a couple of bunkers down there. Yep, a couple of bunkers down there in the back. I think there is already the jeeps. So of course one person can drive the jeep, another person can sit in the back of the jeep. And now that being said, let's get to the purchase part. You have two sort of buildings. You have an armor and you have a weapons building, if I can just remember which one's which. This I do believe is the augmentation, and that is the weapons. So let's start off with the actual augmentations building. Augmentations building is pretty nice if you have a lot of extra cash and you want to sort of tweak your player a bit. And it doesn't work. The station has no power. But before we do that, I still want to show you a few more things. Another thing that you get with your weapons pack, every time you purchase your weapons, you also get 4 grenades. On the bottom right, you see that there's these 4 little big little, I don't know, oval shaped thingy-majiggies, the grenades, and they're actually very useful. What I do tend to do is I actually go above the generator, I go very close to it, and when a lot of dinosaurs start hoarding up there, I just throw a couple of grenades. A lot of people forget to use these little babies, and they are very, very useful. They actually do tend to give you a lot of money, so sometimes you'll have maybe around 20, 30 dinosaurs there, so you can just chuck in a grenade and take care of that. Or you can go on higher ground, and usually the dinosaurs have a patrol route that they're taking, so you time it properly, and then you throw in a grenade to get a lot of dinosaurs. And you can literally kill a whole group of them, and that gives you a crap load of money. And that brings me to another point, one of which very, very few people know. When you buy weapons, of course, it's a lot of money. So when people die, they usually get very, very demotivated because they got to buy the weapon again. But that's not true. If you're dead, your weapon is actually on the ground, and all you have to do is walk up to it and press E. I'm trying to drop this weapon, though it doesn't really work. So what I'm going to try to do here is activate it. We're flying in the air. Another trick I learned is with a jetpack. If you quickly push and release, you get much more airtime with it. Much more airtime with it. So, now with the weapon I can show you. So we throw it on the ground. So generally what happens is you get these beautiful little blue lines. So the moment you're dead, all you have to go is to go to where you died, and you can pick him up. Of course, you can pick up other people's weapons, so if you're eyeing someone else's nice weapon and he's dead, you can always steal it off him. But generally speaking, people don't usually do that in this game. I don't know, you rarely see that happen. Everyone usually goes for their own weapon. Majority of people don't actually, because they end up buying a new one and they completely forget that they can pick up the weapon that they had previously. So yeah. Being said, I'm gonna have to activate the generator to show you, and I'll just jump on to my little vehicle that I have here. Now, one other thing that I forgot to mention is most vehicles, if you hit shift, you have a sort of boost thing going on. So shift and the boost thing, again, the bar above the timer goes down, and once the timer's all the way down, that's pretty much it. So let's take a look at our augmentations. You have all the augmentations. You can go per class, ninja, assassin, and then you see what happens. 2 damage per tier. Mid-air jump, double the mid-air jump, extra fall. The nice ones that I like to mainly buy is the credits earned, 7,500, and then health regen is a very good one. And then of course for those pesky things you cannot be grabbed. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. Billy the Kid carry 2 pistols, double pecs. It just sounds weird. Double armor, iron pecs, sorry. It just sounds very weird. Junkie, adrenaline weapons, 2 adrenaline weapons. And then you'll understand why the hell do you need that. So I'll show you now the adrenaline weapons. And then you got the standard 3 falls, no fall damage, 10 seconds left. So let's just mop these guys up a little bit quickly. What you can also do is run them over with this. The controlling of this vehicle is a little bit interesting. You can use the left and the right, but most vehicles you use the mouse to turn. That's it, and the keyboard to accelerate and brake. But this one you can actually use all the other stuff, but that's a rare occasion. Another cool thing is you can run them over. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. See, it says power generator receiving damage, so I'm gonna run the bastard over. But you don't get as much money if you run them over. So of course if you kill them normally, you get much more money. So now let's go to the weapons. And let me show you the weapons. You got the standard weapons, of course, and primary, secondary. I love to always go for the snipers. They're a lot of fun. And now let's get to another important part here. When you're out of weapons, you gotta buy the ammo kits. So you gotta double-click the ammo. You'll be able to select it once you use one weapon or once you use a bit of ammo. And of course, you can buy your health and weapons in the actual items tab in the weapons building. So that's one of the big questions. You can buy the utilities. It's something similar like that gun. It actually heals and repairs or whatever gives you ammo. And then you have upgrades. This is, I think, I would suggest to start off with the upgrades before you go to the augmentations. I always prefer to take increased damage and then of course the double clip size. The other one is just icing on the cake, I would say. I go with increased double weapon, double clip size, and then I go for double earning, and then I go for regen, and then the iron nipple thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, 5 seconds up. We're gonna have new people in. Let's take our beautiful little thing and let's go. I hope you guys enjoyed the beginner's tutorial. That's pretty much it. I think the heli has a little bit of weird complex controls. I think it was Y to go up and space to go down, or some weird stuff. I might be wrong there. Who knows? But yeah, so far I really like this game. It's really nice though. It's really nice. I don't know why it got dissed so much. It's a lot of fun. If you like shooting dinosaurs ridiculously, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of different game modes that you can use and you can play if you're bored. They even have you can even have a versus thing going on as well with other players. So that's pretty cool, and the dinosaurs are just like this addition pesky thing that happens. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tutorial. As always, happy gaming and see you guys later. Bye.